Hello everyone. How's everyone doing today? My name is Snakeman. You all know me as the captain of the Dream Harrier. I also occasionally pilot a mobile suit. This is my story.
Universal Century, year 007.
Let's watch the intro again. It's been a while.
The space colonies of Side 3
Gets a nice little...
the Duchy of Zeon launched a war of independence against...
It's a little nice little recap of original Gundam, I guess, for those who are not familiar.
At the same time, the Zeon forces undertook Operation British, an attempt to drop a space colony onto Earth. Target, Jabrao Base, headquarters of Earth's federal forces in South America. However, after the colony entered the atmosphere, it was destroyed over the Arabian Peninsula. The largest remaining piece of the colony hurtled toward Earth and struck Sydney, Australia, instantly transforming the city into a huge gulf. The Duchy of Zeon, based on space colonies, didn't have the raw materials needed to fight an extended war.
Oh, this is boring. I'll tell you guys how it happened. They try to drop a fucking space colony. How's everyone doing? Hello, Piff. Hello, Worlds of Rogue. Welcome to more Gundam action. We're on stage 7. It's 11/27/1998 because I refused to fix the battery in my Dreamcast. One day we'll do that. Too lazy. Wow, cool robot.
Hello, White Dingos. Unfortunately, the unit you destroyed wasn't carrying the Astaroth samples. They were more than likely sent there as a decoy to buy time for the main unit to escape. Currently, Torrington Base in the east, as well as the Charville Occupation Base, are under attack from enemy forces which have, up until now, been quietly defending the perimeter of the area. There's one very telling piece of information. Only one enemy unit that is attacking Torrington Base is comprised of dome-type mobile suits. Since they were airdropped into the area, we can't confirm at which base they're stationed. What I'm about to tell you is top-secret information. Since it is directly related to your mission, I'm at liberty to tell you. Torrington Base appears to be a small rear-line support base, but in reality, its storehouse contains the nuclear weapons banned under the Antarctic Treaty. The plan was to keep the base's offensive capability as low profile as possible. This, it was hoped, would avoid attracting the enemy's attention. The defense of the nukes is to be left to the forces at Charville. At this very moment, Charville is trying to dispatch reinforcements to Torrington, but a large enemy force has the base completely surrounded and won't let them through. We can't be absolutely sure if the group attacking Charville is in league with the ones attacking Torrington, or whether they're just doing it to hit one of our positions. But we have to make the assumption that the enemy force surrounding Torrington knows about the nukes. Astaroth and nuclear weapons. Letting the enemy have both would be the worst disaster possible. You will go to Torrington Base and help them. Under no circumstances will you let them open the door to those nuclear weapons. We're counting on you.
Yeah, so I haven't streamed this week, so this is the first time we've gone back to this game. You only have like 3 stages or 4 left to do.
Lieutenant, if they steal those nukes and use them, it'll have a huge effect on the war situation, not only around here, but also around the globe.
Leon, you told us before that you thought there were nukes at the Torrington base. That wasn't just a rumor, was it? You really knew about them, didn't you?
Yeah, I knew about them.
Huh? What do you mean, Leon?
Well, I was originally in the Secret Intelligence Division at Jabrao Base. They transferred me here to protect the secret about Torrington Base. I belong to Jabrao headquarters and have been given certain authority that surpasses Captain Stanley's.
I thought we kept getting sent out on weird missions, so that's what it was.
I'm sorry I've had to trick you up till now. But you know, after all the tough missions we've had together, I've decided that you're the best friends I have ever had.
Best friends.
So from now on, if I get any intelligence about our missions, even if it's top secret, I'll tell all of you what it is. Even if it court-martial.
Well, just keep telling us they're all rumors. Hey, Lieutenant, he sure did trick us big time, didn't he? Anyway, now I feel more confident about it all. Let's just keep things the way they are.
I'm sorry about this, Lieutenant. You can count on me, no matter what.
I really like this raspy Steve Blum that we have. Big fan. Bob Rock.
Hey there, Lieutenant Harrier. What are they trying to accomplish? They're gonna wear out both you guys and those mobile suits. Don't be pushing yourself too hard, or you'll be no use to anyone.
I think since they're in big boys, we also become big boys. Big boy.
So you're taking... Okay, how do you want... So you're taking this one.
Hope I don't regret that.
Lieutenant Harrier, is this the unit and the equipment you want? All right, now that you're finished...
All big boys.
Lieutenant, our side has scored another one.
And on December 24th, the rebuilt Earth Federal Forces space fleet captured the Xeon space fortress Solomon, said by many to be impregnable. As the invincible Federal Forces capture position after position in space as well, the Xeon forces seem utterly helpless to stop them. It has also been confirmed that Vice Admiral Dozo Zabi of the Space Assault Forces was killed in battle. We will keep you informed
That's
of any
good
further
news.
developments as
It
they
looks
come
like
in.
victory's all tied up for our side in space as well as on the ground, Lieutenant. Let's just keep fighting as hard as we possibly can.
That's those were events that happened in the regular show. That's like the ending of the thing, I think. Or the movie? Is that... That's Counterattack, right? No, Counterattack's like a year after. I don't know. I haven't played this in a while. Yeah, we got big boys, Piff. We had to stop someone from dying. So it was like a rescue mission, and we were given big boys. Because they were going to blow up our big boys. Or something. Also, you could hear Dreamcast. Oh no.
This is Four Knives. All base defense forces have been neutralized.
Look at this Dom.
Now, all we have to do is get this open. How things looking, Gray Eye?
May have got some heavy protection on this sucker. We'll try to have it cracked in 16 hours.
12 hours. We can't wait longer than that.
Roger that. I'll try, sir. Uh-oh. Hey, Commander. It looks like reinforcements are on their way. 3 enemy mobile suits.
Damn it. Four Knives.
Big boys.
You take care of it. Gray Eye, I'm trying to hack the door.
Roger that, sir. Those Spetty suits are no match for one of our domes. Why don't we have a little fun with them, huh? What have we got to lose?
Don't get too cocky. It'll just trip you up.
Domes. How the fuck do I play this game again? Who's that? That is an object. Guard object. Okay. I assume this is the thingy-bob right here. They didn't say anything about this town. Like being destroyed or anything. Let's head over there. Do the pincer. Also see what's up and over here. Oasis can search around here.
All units, try the best you can to minimize damage to the base facilities in your area.
Damn. Okay.
Bang 3, roger that.
Oasis here, roger that.
Alright, you're still outside the building. Let's just all hang together. How about that? Nope, wait. Come join us. Because I don't have to cause any big destruction. No, no, no.
Bang 3, roger that.
Oasis here, roger that. The base defense forces are taking heavy losses. Assist them at once.
They on the map yet? No. We're assisting by not damaging the base. Oh, I see you. Oh. Goodbye, base.
Enemy reinforcements approaching.
Sick. Ow. Like that.
Bank 1, enemy mobile suit destroyed. Way to go, Lieutenant.
Oh, hey, Sass. That Rick Dom could have been a mother to me. Too bad, it's dead now.
Nice par. That's the way to finish the round.
Thanks. I can't believe Stadler is complimenting me, you guys. I can't believe it. Stadler, I love you. Stadler is a new type. It makes the new type sound. I can't do the noise. Okay, that's what we need to defend. How's it going? Can I just shoot you from here? This poor guy. I feel like the AI doesn't know what to do until when you're just standing outside their range and just shooting at them. Like, they just really want to get in and... Ow! Someone shot me from the side. Okay, I need... Bang 2, I need you to deal with that. And Fang 3 also back him up.
Bang 2, roger. Bang 3, roger that.
Watch it! Don't open fire at the nuke site under any circumstances, do you hear?
I'm trying not to. They keep standing in front of it. Really, that got me. Bonk. I'm just gonna shoot you. I don't have a weapon. Oh no! Did I overheat? What happened? Oh, he got me.
Attention all units. This is Walter Curtis, Commander-in-Chief of all Xeon Breath Occupation Forces. This message is for all our brave soldiers on the continent. Congratulations. Objective achieved. The final option, Operation Staircase of the Moon, has been activated. But this is no time to let down our guard. Stay alert and keep fighting for our future victory. Seek Xeon! What the hell?
Bank 1, enemy mobile suit destroyed. Way to go, Lieutenant!
What the hell?
This is Bank.
Lieutenant, the mission's over.
What was up with that transmission we heard before?
A jet core booster has just been spotted taking off from the runway. This is White Dingo calling. Please come in. Jet core booster pilot, do you read me? Please come in.
Sig. Let's get after him.
Too late. Where has he gone? Let's see if we can trace his route and figure out where he's going. Contact headquarters about this.
Jeez, some guys are just bad losers.
I think we did a good job. We killed all the mobile suits, all the domes, as they like to put it. That still gives me the giggles.
Congratulations. Excellent job defending Torrington Base. About that Xeon broadcast, it's been analyzed by our experts and discussed by the upper echelon. Investigation is concluded. High probability of escape to moon base Granada with sample. If the enemy is looking to escape, the only HLV launch facilities left are at Hughenden in the northeast. We've already confirmed that the jet core booster that escaped from Torrington in your last battle was also headed for Hughenden. Although there was the time lag from the original broadcast, we can conclude that it's understandable considering the Xeon's war situation right now. Currently, the Federal Forces counteroffensive is entering its final stage of operation. Our southern attack forces are very close to retaking Melbourne, and our northern attack forces have successfully retaken Darwin. The mobile suit team has already been dispatched to Hughenden. Other units will be sent in to attack Hughenden, but we're still not sure if they can make it on time for HLV launching. Our main force at this point will be high-speed air units.
Echidna. Possum.
Your mission will be to go in and join the mobile suit team we've already sent out. In addition, you are to support our air units by clearing any air defenses they have in the area. You will then enter the HLV base. Good luck to you all.
Destruction. Can do. We can do that.
Lieutenant, our forces are definitely winning in space. I have some information that says if things go our way, we may have a ceasefire with the Xeon in only a few days.
All right. That's the best news I've heard lately. Well, compared to all the bad news we've been hearing, it's sure been rough, huh?
Yeah, it's been rough. What with everything that's been going on. But this mission may be the end of it all.
Exactly. But then, if we were to fail, what would happen if the Xeon were to keep Astaroth?
Oh, come on. You think the whole outcome of the war will be affected by what we do on this mission?
I'm saying that it's a distinct possibility. Lieutenant, let's move out.
Hey Archim, we do have some good Steve Blum. Good raspy, like, oh! I can't do a rasp. That was a Mickey. Oh!
Hey there, Lieutenant Harrier. Looks like we'll be getting closer to the end of this battle. Get out there and do your best.
See, they're both in big things. I want to be a big boy.
So you okay. Well, you're taking this.
I don't see where not.
All right. Now,
Lieutenant, I'm going to fill you in on everything that I've been able to learn about Astaroth since we first became aware of its existence. The project started out under the direction of Zeon Zoom Daika to develop a new species of plant life capable of maximum controlled growth in the closed world of a space colony. But, having been raised for so long in the artificial environment of the space colonies, the Zeon researchers eventually hit a dead end. Came down to Earth after the war began. After arriving on Earth, they resumed research, but found that the growth rate of the samples they created was too high. Furthermore, testing revealed that the plants had mutated, and the release of them into a natural setting would result in widespread destruction across the entire ecosystem. The Zeon military then devised a plan to use them as a bioweapon that would wipe out forests, marshlands, and farms, eventually making the planet uninhabitable. If this is actually true, they've created a bioweapon that portends total annihilation of the planet. Although it has no direct effect on people and doesn't immediately destroy the land like a nuclear weapon, its long-term impact is just as devastating. That's why we must penetrate their air defense before they are able to unleash this upon us.
Yeah, that sounds pretty bad. What do you got to say, Anita?
Lieutenant, yesterday our old friend Jacqueline returned to the airwaves. Could you please take a moment to listen to a piece of this recording?
Hi there, all you brave Federal Forces soldiers. Long time no see. Jackie's doing fine, thank you. I'm really sorry I haven't been able to broadcast in such a long time. I got a ton of letters from you all, though. I'm really touched that you were all so worried about me. There were so many nice things that listeners had to say about this program, but there's one letter in particular that I'd like to read to you. He writes, "My dearest Jacqueline, before the war started, I was a member of an elite military band. I was perfectly satisfied just to give those who were caught up in combat hope and inspiration to live through such difficult times. But after the war began, I was transferred out, and now I'm on the front lines, risking my life in dangerous missions. The first time I came back after experiencing combat for real, I was so scared I couldn't sleep at night. That's when you came into my life. That is, I heard you on the radio. Your simple, gentle, warm voice was like a lullaby to me, even now. Well, the missions I'm on keep getting more and more dangerous. I don't know that my insignificant life will end, but please, can't I hear that sweet lullaby once more?" That was a letter from Mr. M. Insignificant life? Don't be ridiculous. This war's almost over. Almost over. All of you, please come home from this in one piece. As long as I can keep giving you the strength to keep living, I'll keep right on singing my lullabies to you. You can count on it.
Lieutenant, I remember Mike telling me that he used to be in the Army band. I've never seen a musician turned into a soldier before. I think that I might have misjudged the guy somewhere along the line.
I could barely make out that. I hope you guys could listen to it. It's so staticky and so quiet compared to the background music. Alright, we're on stage 8. Mike's got a sweetheart. We gotta end the war. And stop the Duchy of Zeon.
From advanced team.
This is the 04th Mobile Suit Team. We've begun our assault on the enemy stronghold, and we confirm they have a heavy beam cannon. We can't tell anything beyond. It's extremely powerful. My God, incoming! Fall back! Fall back!
Lieutenant, look at this.
Wiped out. What the hell?
Damn it. They just had to go in there before we got there, didn't they? Fools.
Bang 2, ready to go in.
Yeah, anytime. I'm ready.
Bang 1, give us your orders at once.
Alright, they got a heavy beam cannon, but we got 3 big boys. Alright, pretty square, empty map. Looks like our main objective is probably gonna be here. Is the game too quiet, or? I tried to keep the audio pretty loud because there's no subtitles. Let's just go in, I guess. Let's go in together, like a family. Just you? Okay.
Roger. Thanks.
Please follow the mission as planned. Let's split up and begin searching for the anti-air weaponry that they think is here.
I don't want to split up.
To have a lot of heavy firepower inside it. Avoid any unnecessary battles and complete this mission as instructed. Oasis here, roger that.
Keep seeing the glow of a dom. Oh. You can escape. I don't really care about you. Ow. Ow. This is kind of cool. We haven't done any like base sieges in this game. Ah!
Don't get so far ahead of us.
Where's everyone? It was all your fault. Ow.
You're heavily damaged. Be careful.
I couldn't dodge. I'm gonna probably die here. Because I have no health. Maybe I should have taken the rocket launcher. Okay, we'll take the rocket launcher. We'll get a faster unit with rocket launcher and be a little more careful. Apparently I end up in like the middle of everything.
Lieutenant.
You dodge.
All right, now that you've finished equipping your suit.
It came from a lot of different angles. Let's try not to do that. Let's go around.
Emergency message from...
Let's not go straight ahead then. Because he ended up finding some dudes over here. And there's probably dudes over here, so I think we'll go around. Set him along. Set him along. It's hard to drive this thing and shoot things. A lot going on that mountain. Oh yeah, there's so many Gundam games. Let me read. Jet boost? Come on. I don't gonna get up there. Even with this one, huh? Okay. How you guys doing? You guys are just running in circles? Oops.
Main one, don't get so far ahead of us.
Y'all gonna back me up, right? Where are my units? Lock on? Lock on? Does not want to lock on.
Main one, you're heavily damaged.
Oh.
Careful.
What's happening? I didn't want to lock on. I'm all discombobulated. Take that, and that, and that. And that. I don't know why he turned off. Ah! He's still alive? Holy shit, dude. Wait, can I jump on this? Ow. Nothing's working.
Main one, enemy mobile suit destroyed. Way to go, Lieutenant.
I wonder if there's a way up this mountain. Using a little elevator. Did you get them all? Oh, he got them. Okay, cool. Because there were anti-things. Anti-gun. Just get in there. If you set them to search, they'll automatically attack, so, like, it's probably better than sending to attack on stationary objects.
Bank 2, roger. Bank 3, roger that.
Oasis here, roger that. Enemy anti-air power is dropping. That's the way.
Oh, I'm out. Who's here? I have melee weapons, so I can stab things now. Yink. Making sure I don't get sniped by anything over here. Am I out of range? Ah. That's not what I wanted.
Bank 1, enemy mobile suit destroyed. Way to go, Lieutenant!
Leave my dudes alone. Okay. Oh no, those guys are still up there. Oh, you do get to ride these. Cool. I'm getting destroyed though. I got torn up. This is a hard mission, but I think might be like the second to last mission or something. Hello. Oh. All right. Get my aim back. I'm sure my boys were fine. They haven't yelled yet. They've been like, oh no, we're dying. That's probably good. Oh, I ramped it. I didn't know you could do that. They're having a good time. They're just jumping for joy out here. Or who shot me? Is it you? No, you're my boy. Where are where are these dudes? I'm sorry. I didn't mean to stand in front of him. Where's this heavy bean gun? I want to shoot the beans. Can I go in here? It seems like they're in here. Yeah, it shoots Mr. Beans. Like that. Well, I'm at a loss. You do your thing. Oh.
Roger. Beginning sonar sweep for the enemy.
I feel like we took out all the emplacements. Oh, maybe we didn't get this one. Now that I see there's an elevator.
This is Oasis. Have completed mission sonar sweep of the area. Continuing the search.
Okay, they're just gonna search there, and pretty much confirms what I was thinking, that there are some things up here. Why is this elevator so slow? I could toss a grenade that was really good. Boop.
This is Oasis. Have completed mission sonar sweep of the area. Continuing the search.
I don't even know what I'm aiming at up there. Exciting mobile suit action. So what's everyone's favorite Gundam? What's everyone's kind of touchstone for Gundam? So this game came out the same year that Gundam Wing showed up on Toonami. It's very interesting. A year after G-Savior, which was the Canadian movie. I don't have any health, so... Hopefully there won't be a big boss fight. Turn A.
Sighting of huge mobile weapons surveying the area confirmed. Running data comparison. I found some similar data. I think our enemy is an ADSM type. Boy, I haven't seen one of these babies in a while. Probably the exact same thing the advanced team was hit with. Lieutenant, that thing can act as an anti-air unit. Destroy it fast, or we don't stand a chance.
You can see why they wanted me to have the rocket launcher. Hi. Can you not? Okay, target you? How you guys doing? Y'all want to attack the awful thing?
Bang 2, roger.
Bang 3.
Oh god.
Roger that.
Gotta get closer. Don't look at me.
This is Oasis. Have completed mission. ADSM destroyed. That's one for the advanced team.
Got his ass. I think. One more shot for good luck. Take that. No, seriously. Is that the mission? Why are you over there? How did you get over there? I hear good things about Turn A. I've never seen Turn A. I haven't seen a lot of Gundam. I've watched the original series.
Enemy anti-air weaponry offline. Now we just have to get going to that HLV launch site.
I watched G Gundam, watched Gundam
Hey,
Wing.
Lieutenant Harrier, you still alive?
Hey, Bob, what's up?
Well, you guys did such a great job that I figured I'd come out for a house call as a reward. We can't have you going into the last battle all beat up like you are, can we? I brought you some new supplies to restock you with.
Well, every Gundam is a crazy endeavor. I tend to lean more toward Universal Century stuff, the more grounded stuff. I like 8th MS Team. We were going to watch War in the Pocket, and I still think we should in the Discord. Maybe we'll do that this Sunday.
All white Dingos. This battle decides it all. The Zeon rear line units are still assembling. We have no idea when those HLVs will launch, so there's no margin for error. Let's start off by breaking into the base. Sections of the HLVs exposed above ground are fully armored, so an attack from the air will have little or no effect on them. The most efficient way to prevent them from launching is to destroy the booster units that are housed underneath them. It may be too difficult for our air units to stop them from above. Our ground forces will be invaluable in carrying out this dangerous mission. What you'll do is, separately from the air units, sneak into the base by way of an HLV maintenance corridor and launch an attack from within the compound. Once inside, you'll have to depend upon your own instincts to find the boosters. If at any time there's a threat that the boosters may be detonated, evacuate the area immediately. Even the sturdy mobile suits wouldn't be able to survive the blast. There's a distinct chance that you will run into the remaining enemy defense forces. They have the advantage of knowing the layout of the compound, so be ready for anything. Rare, Leon, Mike, Anita. Sorry for putting you in this position. I just have one more selfish request to make. All of you, please come back in one piece. That is all.
Wanna buy follows? Wanna be famous? Wanna be Zeon?
Lieutenant Rare, it's almost time.
Lieutenant, the final battle has begun. Let's give this all we've got.
Guys, you're gonna wear yourselves out with all this cheerleading. Relax, relax. Lieutenant, let's go out for a couple of drinks once we finish things here.
I gotta find Steve Blum and pay him money to intro our stream or something. He's been invaluable.
Finally, your last battle. Give it all you got. There's no time to equip you properly, so be sure to take out the GM Sniper 3. Get everyone transferred over. Captain Stanley's worked hard to convince Jabrow to give us full support. His efforts even drove me to push myself harder, too. But listen, come back in one piece. Promise me that.
Alright, so Sniper 2s.
What you're looking at is the RGM-79SP, GM Sniper Custom 2.
Ooh, look at all the stats.
Low production run unit that was designed for ace pilots. While they originally designed it for sniping, it takes the basic GM design to its ultimate performance limit. If I had to pick a suit to take, this would be the one. So you take... Okay. This is the basic weapon for land war use. One shot doesn't pack much of a punch, but it's effective at full auto.
I guess I'll take the machine gun.
Okay, how about a shield? So, Lieutenant Rayer,
Everyone else has rocket launchers, though. Maybe I'll take the rocket launcher.
So, Lieutenant Rayer, is this all right? Now,
I don't have any mail. All right, final mission, everyone. And I think Sash, you were trying to type Reconquista? Is that what it's called? Reconquista? I've never seen it. I know it. There's also one of the more recent series I wanted to check out was Iron-Blooded Orphans, but I didn't watch that. Yeah, Reconquista in G. So fancy sounding.
We still need more time before we launch number 2 and 3.
nominal. Mission start.
I'm reading movement of orbital patrol plane.
All systems go.
Boosters 1 through 6 are in the green.
Boosters beyond the rise again.
no way we can attack it from here. Let's just try to prevent the other two from taking off, you understand? It's a high-output beam cannon. All units alert.
Who is it?
Are you still able to fight?
Yeah, I think I'm okay.
Oh, snap.
So, one of them launched safely. However, I don't think they'll let us get away with that so easily from here on.
Lieutenant Bish, we never expected the defense fortification to fall so quickly.
With those guys attacking us, I'd say it was inevitable. I've lost a lot of good men, even a place to go home to. God, what a nightmare. I'll take care of them. You handle the cannon fodder on the rear line.
Aye, aye, sir. This is our last stand. Let's see how many of them we can take down.
I always wonder where that came from.
Federal Forces Special Unit Commander. Or rather, Fetty Ace. If I have your permission. I know you're listening. This is Zeon Lieutenant Vish Donahue. I'm thankful that God has willed this last fight to be with you.
Ah, Jesus. Lots of shit going on. Oh, it's hitting me. Oh, right. What? Bonk. Oh, God. Oh, what's happening? I can't move.
That was pretty damn sloppy.
I can't move. What happened? It wasn't him. Oh, I'm being shot. Is it my teammates? I swear to God if it's my teammates.
What's the matter, Fetty Ace?
What? I can't. Someone keeps shooting me, but I don't think there's any actual enemies. Oh, there is that. Ow. Okay. Alright. Oh, it's that thing. Jesus, okay.
Lieutenant, get out of there fast! Lieutenant Rare!
I really wanted a one-on-one with that, but with that dude. We had a fun saber fight in the city. I wanted to have another beam saber fight.
Section.
Yep. Yada yada.
So you, Lieutenant. All right. Now that you're finished.
Now I know. So there's gonna be that guy in front of me, and then there's also gonna be that big tank.
Federal Forces Special Unit Commander. Or rather, Fetty Ace.
It's not there on the map yet.
I know you're listening. This is Zeon Lieutenant Vish Donahue. I'm thankful that God has willed this last fight to be with you. Let's do it!
I mean, for now, we'll attack this guy. Oasis, I don't know, hang out. I don't know what else to do with you. You all take on the long.
Bang 2, roger. Bang 3, roger that.
Lock on? Thank you. I just don't want to get sniped with beam weaponry. Oh my God. Oh, we're already at the... Jeez. I'm not. I'm trying to back off. Alright, is that dude there now out here? No, okay. I think Bonk. I'm getting hit. Oh, it's because the tank's out. Okay, hold on. Hey, could you guys attack that? You stepped on me. Who said you could step on me? Boink. Oh, they're dead. Boink. Alright. We had a really good duel. I fell. Where did I fall?
Bank 1, enemy mobile suit destroyed. Way to go, Lieutenant.
This is Bank 2. Can't stay in the fight. Bailing out.
Ah! I can't even get the lock on. That's how you do the melee. Damn it, we had such a good fight. Then the big boy. Okay. Take out the big boy, I guess, first. I don't even know how. I wanted to have my duel with that guy.
All what? Sections.
So, Lieutenant Harrier, is this the you? All right. Now that you've finished equipping your suit, you're all ready to get out there and face.
Okay, I think we need to take that thing out and ignore our friend as long as we can. I think that was a cool duel we had. But then there's this asshole.
Federal Forces Special Unit Commander, or rather, Fetty Ace, if I have your permission. I know you're listening. This is Zeon Lieutenant Vish Donahue. I'm thankful that God has willed this last fight to be with you. Let's do it!
Alright, we'll search over here until this thing shows up.
Bank 2, roger.
Bank 3, roger that.
Oasis here, roger that.
Ah, jeez. I was hoping to take him out as soon as I could.
I'll run a check on it. No data. We have a very
Boink.
powerful mobile weapon here. All units stay alert.
Ah.
This is Oasis. Unable to proceed with mission. Retreating from battle.
Oh, wow.
Bank 1, don't get so far ahead of us.
I'm not. I can't move.
Hey, Bank 3, let's look alive.
Oh, I'm getting shot again.
Here's where my luck runs out, is that it? Fetty Ace, do you read me? I have one last request, if you'll allow me. The soldiers who evacuated the HLV, they're mostly cadets, just kids. Please, don't let them die needlessly. You would just follow orders. This is Fang 3. It's no good. I'm bailing out.
Bank 1, we're heavily damaged. Be careful.
No shit.
Pilots escaped.
know what to do about that thing. The only thing I can think about is just get it out of the way. But they shoot me from so far. Alright, what if we draw its attention, or what if we draw the attention of the... he's in a Sazabi, right? Like a kind of a Sazabi. Nah, I don't got seeds. This Gundam has no seeds.
So you... Alright, now that you've finished equipping your suit, you're all ready to...
Okay, I think we're gonna try the other way, where we're gonna pull everyone left. And go straight into the duder. The single guy. Try to take him out as fast as we can. Maybe we're not supposed to engage with that big tank. Maybe we're just supposed to take out these HLVs.
Federal Forces Special Unit Commander. Or rather, Fetty Ace. If I have your permission. I know you're listening. This is Zeon Lieutenant Vish Donahue. I'm thankful that God has willed this last fight to be with you. Let's do it!
I'll put them on long in case they engage with the other dude, I guess.
Bang 2, roger. Bang 3, roger that.
Oasis here, roger that.
Ah, Jesus. The problem is I can't... I'm not going to be able to put up the beam rifle. Who hit me? Who's hitting me? Ow!
That was pretty damn sloppy.
Ow! What is hitting me? Is it my own units? Because I will fucking... No, you guys just move. Move over here. Let me deal with this. I have a feeling it's them, because the tank's not out yet. Damn it, my bump. Oh god, I forgot he's got a sidestep one. Alright, we lost a lot of health there, but... Yeah, what if we just don't engage with that tank? Shit, he's coming, isn't he? I see him up there.
Bang 2, roger. Bang 3, roger that.
You need to get out of here. You need to go over here.
Oasis here, roger that. Bang 2, what's wrong? This isn't like you.
I just looked away for a second.
Feng 2's probably dead.
You're taking a lot of damage. Be careful.
I'm also probably dead.
Still doing it. This is Bang 2. Can't stay in the fight. Bailing out.
Pilot's escapism
I have to take these things out. God damn.
This is Oasis. We are engaging the enemy.
That's bad.
This is Oasis. We can't hold out much longer. Send.
White Dingos, reinforcements have arrived. All units stopping HLVs from lifting off is top priority.
Sir, rear line units starting to break through. What do you suggest we do? One of our units has definitely been hit. This is Oasis. Unable to proceed with mission. Retreating from battle. High probability that the HLV engine's gonna blow sky high. If you're anywhere in the vicinity, get away from it now.
I'm trying. The camera was inside a building. Oh man. Okay. Hey, Fang 3. You want to help me? Go this way.
Fang 3, roger that.
Confirm, HLV has been destroyed.
Ow. Lock on. Oh, I'll just keep shooting this thing. Fang. Remind me I need an escape route, though. Means I should probably take this side out next. Oh, too close. Hopefully our friend doesn't find me. Hey. So we're just gonna turn tail once this... Okay, Fang 3 is still okay. I guess we'll... Just in case...
HLV has been destroyed.
What does that mean? That means we have to kill that other thing, doesn't it? God damn it. I don't even know how to kill that thing. I have no health. Fang 3, why don't you go sacrifice yourself? Go hang out over here. Let's see if there's a dude over here. That's where he was last. Uh-oh. Lock on? Lock on? Where'd he go? No, really, where'd this piece of shit go? I hate this thing. Kinda don't want to battle out here. It's all the way over there? Sorry, Fang. No, it's gone already. It was on the radar. It's gone. Any suggestions on how to take this thing out? Because I took out the HLVs, which was my mission objective. But the mission is still going, so it seems like it wants me to kill this guy. The problem is if he sneaks up on me, which he is very fast, if he's just scooting about. I don't have Oasis anymore. Like, he might just be doing laps around the outside for all I know. You okay, Fang 3? Like, I'm gonna go out there, I'm gonna get torn the fuck up by this thing. I'm stuck. How do I deal? I feel like the rocket launcher is the only choice. That's our only option, is rocket launcher or machine gun in terms of loadout. And I feel like the rocket launcher is good in this situation just because of the extended range.
Okay, how about a shield?
I need the shield more.
Is this the unit and the equipment? All right. Now that you've finished equipping your suit, you're all ready to get out there and face your next sortie. See you, Lieutenant Rhea. Got my fingers crossed.
All right, let me try to kill the Sazabi in like one go.
Federal Forces Special Unit Commander, or rather, Fetty Ace, if I have your permission. I know you're listening. This is Zeon Lieutenant Vish Donahue. I'm thankful that God has willed this last fight to be with you.
I'm gonna have them guard the Oasis so that I can just deal with this guy without getting stun locked. Oh man, he still does a lot of damage though. If I can get him close count, really? Wow. Oh my god.
That was pretty damn sloppy.
Bang 1, you're heavily damaged. Be careful.
Oh, he just took that hit. Why are you out here? You're not guarded. I'm just gonna die. I'm already at like critical health. See, I'm getting blown up. It's definitely them. Because there's no other things to shoot at us except for like some turrets that are by the HLDs, and they're pretty far off. But if I send them to go attack the thing, they're just gonna die also. So I don't know. I don't know what the answer is here. Keep doing that.
So you take it, Lieutenant. So you, Lieutenant Rhea, is this the unit? All right. Now that you've finished equipping your suit, you're all ready to get out there and face your next sortie.
Let me think. What can we do? How do we... I can just send them out there and see if they survive.
Federal Forces Special Unit Commander, or rather, Fetty Ace, if I have your permission. I know you're listening. This is Zeon Lieutenant Vish Donahue.
Yeah, go have fun.
I'm thankful that God has willed this last fight to be with you. Let's do it!
Just lose all my units. I don't know what else to do. So if I know that they're in the way of me fighting this guy.
Oasis here, roger that.
Wow, they can still shoot me while I'm boosting? Wow, yeah, wow. Come on, we gotta be close enough for...
Don't get so far. I'll run a check on it. No data.
Okay.
We have a very large and powerful mobile weapon here. All units stay alert.
Ah! What? What happened? I lost my lock on. What? Oh, come on.
This isn't like you.
I just looked away for a second.
This is Oasis. We are
Wait, my block didn't work on that?
What's the matter, Fetty Ace?
Well, no health again.
My luck runs out, is that it? Fetty Ace, read me. I have one last request, if you'll allow me. The soldiers who evacuated from the HLV, they're mostly cadets, just kids. Please, don't let them die needlessly. You would just follow orders.
Bank 1. Enemy mobile suit destroyed. Way to go, Lieutenant. Bank 1. Enemy mobile suit destroyed.
Oh god, we did it.
Way to go, Lieutenant. This is Oasis. We can't hold out much longer. Send reinforcements.
Okay. Alright. So we need Bang 2. Come join me over here. It's here and here. And there's anti-air AA cannons up here.
Bang 2, roger.
We lost Steve Blum in the war. Oasis can hang out. I don't really think we need it. See, the extended range is a little nice because you can shoot just outside the fog of war. All we gotta do is take out those HLVs, right? Which, they don't seem to have any defense.
White Dingos, reinforcements have arrived. All units stopping HLVs from lifting off is top priority.
Sir, rear line units starting to break through. What do you suggest we do? One of our units has definitely been hit.
Bang 2, roger.
Okay, so my squad was able to take care of that guy. We only lost Steve Blum. Every mobile suit seems to have like 2 options, except for the big boy, and most of them are just machine gun and rocket launcher. To the west. I don't know what that means. The big boys can only have double machine guns. Let's have Steve Blum not attack this one. Or not Steve Blum, what's his face? Why don't you go take out the other one?
Bank 2, roger.
High probability that the HLV engine's gonna blow sky high. If you're anywhere in the vicinity, get away from it now. The HLV's launched.
Wait, what?
Confirm, HLV has been destroyed.
One is launching. Ah, no. Okay. Ah, what the? Oh, this is my exit point. It'll be fine. Me mashing on fire. Excuse me?
Main booster, ignition start. 3, 2, 1.
Did I fail? Are you kidding me? What the?
Enemy base, out of action. The battle's over, sir.
So, 2 HLVs made it up there. I hope the orbital fleet can take them out.
It didn't turn out quite like we hoped, but we did what we could. Phew, man, I'm really beat. Hey, Leon, how about asking headquarters to get us excused from any mop-up operations they got in mind?
Sounds good to me. Lieutenant, why don't you try asking Captain Stanley about that too? He might go for it.
Hang on, guys. What do you say, Lieutenant? I don't know, but it sounds like a pretty good idea to me. I'd go for it.
At 1500 hours on January 1, UC 008, a ceasefire was signed between the Earth Federation government and the Republic of Zeon. Ground troops and air fleet on both sides are withdrawing as I speak. We will no doubt be feeling the effects of this war for decades to come. How the world will change from now on is something we won't entirely know for a long time, but I believe a day will come when all of mankind, Earthnoid and Spacenoid, will finally be able to live together in harmony. And as we dream of that day, let us say a prayer that the souls of all those who died in this war will find everlasting peace.
Did I win? It didn't feel like I won, but I didn't feel like I had enough time to go kill both HLVs. But I'm getting credits.
Thanks for letting me hit. I'll try my best.
Where's my phone? I want to look up. Wendy Lee.
With the attack on Huonton Base, which was the final Australian counteroffensive, Zeon forces hidden in the continent's central frontier region escaped to Africa by way of Blum on the continent's west coast. The federal forces sent troops to intercept the renegade group, but were unable to stop them.
The staircase of the moon that Zeon Captain Walter spoke of in his broadcast was a name coined centuries ago by area fishermen in reference to a specific natural phenomenon. It refers to how moonlight, reflected on the ocean, as seen from the shores of Blum, forms the natural image of a staircase. This was the code name adopted by the Zeon for the mission, and in fact, the exact location of their rendezvous point before their escape. With our forces concentrated in northern, southern, and eastern sections of the continent, our battle lines were stretched too thin and a gap formed in them. This made it quite easy for the Zeon forces to slip into the central area which we had occupied earlier. So while we were off waging combat along other fronts, we were completely taken in by Walter's brilliant maneuver. Unfortunately, the one HLV which was launched from Huonton avoided our orbital patrol fleet. Apparently, after being launched, it immediately re-entered the atmosphere before coming into firing range. It then landed in Africa, and I assume it carried supplies for the troops who escaped from Blum. In spite of the fact that they are our enemies, I can't help but admire their bravery. situation hopeless, Xeon forces had to consider their dwindling options. Rather than return to their homes in space, they instead chose to remain on Earth and wait the day they can regroup and rise again. And I should also mention that the successful escape was due to the existence of the transport unit carrying the Astaroth, a major threat to the Federation. The units transporting the Astaroth acted on their own because they thought it was the only weapon needed to win the war. Their activities were seemingly unrelated to any of the other Xeon troops here on the continent. The surprise interference of some unexpected third party threw the Federal forces into chaos and provided a temporary distraction for the Xeon. However, let's take a moment to talk about a unit on our own side, which deserves special praise for its meritorious service. The HLV brought down by the White Dingo Special Forces unit was discovered to have contained all the remaining samples of Astaroth. Due to their actions, the entire Earth was saved from a terrible threat. Their performance on this and other missions has been nothing short of spectacular, and I request that their feats in battle be formally recognized. Additionally, I have just received notice that they're requesting extended R&R leave. Please look into expediting this as well. Their contribution to the Federation and its people was invaluable. Let's show our appreciation.
I'm like looking the book. All three guides have guides on how to kill all the HLVs and the tank and the gelgoog. It's a gelgoog.
January UC 0080. An armistice was signed between the Earth Federation government and the Republic of Xeon. However, Xeon forces are still scattered across the Earth, posing a threat to world peace. The war on this level would continue for a long time to come.
Now I don't know. I feel like I didn't win. I mean, I got credits. Does anyone know? Anyone familiar with this game? Well, I mean, we won. This game's kind of been like, you win, but you don't always fully win because war is not easy. For now, we enjoy this time of peace because we know. So it's like, it's possible that's just how the ending is. We destroyed one rhinoceros, which I think is what that hover tank was. 11 Zaku 2s, 2 Type S's, 5 Zaku cannons, 3 Galfs, 3 Gogs, 2 Doms. I feel like there were more Doms, but maybe my other units destroyed them. And a rhinoceros. It was destroyed the Ga, the Yukon, the Adzam, the Gallop. They won HLV. And also, the entire time, we've only lost 1 mobile suit, and it was during that final battle. So... yeah, there's like this stuff here. Control information, 95%, 100%. 95%, total control 96%, technique 69, command capability 83, and then the public opinion, which maybe our public opinion went down because we let one get past. I'm gonna say we won. Yeah, save. I don't feel like redoing that mission. That mission was no fun.
January.
Okay. We freed Australia. I mean, we have all this stuff. Power-up item, beam spray gun, high-power generator, proto beam rifle, lunar titanium, and beam rifle. Let me see if there's... if these are unlocks based on what I've done. Unlock extra features such as photos for the cockpits and new weapons. These will be applied to any game saved on the same memory card. Nah, just says beat the game. Yeah, I guess we did it. I don't know, I felt a little anticlimactic because let one of the HLVs go. I don't know. It's like once I destroyed the hover tank, there was no like... There was no time. Whereas before, I could walk around and destroy the HLVs at my leisure, but the hover tank was still there. My guess is it's fine. My guess is that the secret thingy was on the first one that they launched during the cutscene, so that it's always like this, and you just get points for the HLV. Because everything I'm looking up makes it sound like we got the ending. Like, the same ending everyone else gets. You just didn't 100% like the little, like, these things. The public opinion and stuff. Eh? I also wonder how this game... Let's look at some of this stuff. Let's turn on Lunar Titanium. Just turn it all on. Can we go back into the game? I'm curious now. Maybe we could do the final mission, but with all the cool shit that we had just got.
So you take with this prototype.
So this is the prototype beam rifle.
This is a portable beam weapon specifically designed to run off of a GM's internal generator. You have to be careful with this because it has a very short maximum range, but it guarantees superior firepower when you confront your enemy.
Okay, so probably like a shotgun.
This is the latest beam weapon designed for Gundam-class mobile suits. Its firepower and range make it the most powerful weapon of all, but you don't get many shots, so you have to be careful with it. So you take... Okay, how about a shield? So, Lieutenant Harrier, is this the unit and the equipment?
Everyone gets beam rifles. Nah, only me. I'm like, no, everyone gets beam rifles.
So you... Is that all you want? So you... Is that all... All right. Now that you've finished equipping your suit, you're all ready to...
So I assume the titanium is probably my armor, and the high generator means that I have like better boost, more boost.
Federal Forces Special Unit Commander, or rather, Fetty Ace, if I have your permission. I know you're listening.
I'm gonna set them all to short range because I'm tired of getting shot.
Last fight to be with you. Let's do it. Bang 2, roger. Bang 3, roger that.
Oasis here, roger that.
This guy's just gonna be like, what the fuck? Oh yeah, I have infinite boost. Hello. can't take a swing. The slowdown is too much. I also can't get away.
Night 2, what's wrong? This isn't like you.
I just looked away for a second. So, here's where my luck runs out. Is that it?
Alright. Everyone else, get out of there.
Read me. I have one last request, if you'll allow me. The soldiers were evacuated from the HLV. They're mostly cadets, just kids. Please, don't let them die needlessly. They were just following orders.
Yeah, this beam rifle's good.
Fang 3, roger that. Fang 2, roger.
Fang 2, you're taking a lot of damage. Be careful.
I know that. I can still do this. This is Fang 2. Can't stay in the fight. Bailing out.
No, they're taking out my friends.
Leon is okay. This is Oasis. We are engaging the enemy. This is Oasis. We can't hold out much longer. Send reinforcements. This is Oasis. Unable to proceed with mission. Retreating for battle.
Wendy Lee.
Fang 3, roger that.
Alright, so we're just doing the last mission again with our cool cheat code stuff.
White Dingos, reinforcements have arrived. All units stopping HLVs from lifting off is top priority.
Sir, Red Line units starting to break through. What do you suggest we do?
And we'll take out the tank. I like my photos. You guys see my photos?
Lieutenant, coded message from Wombat. It says the objective's to the west.
I wonder if that means something. Here, Fang 3. I need you to get out of there.
Fang 3, roger that.
Alright.
The HLV's launched.
No, I blew it up.
The HLV engine's gonna blow sky high. If you're anywhere in the vicinity, get away from it now.
I done blew it up. Where's our friend?
Confirmed, HLV has been destroyed.
Where's our hover tank? Wait, did it not blow up? I'm so confused. What's happening?
High probability that the HLV engine's gonna blow sky high. If you're anywhere in the vicinity, get away from it now.
Steve Blum, do you want to, like, escape? Did they take out the mobile tank?
Has been destroyed. Hey, Fang 3, let's look alive out there.
Hey, pipe down. Now you can see me in action.
There you are. Alright. Both HLVs are destroyed. We lost an mobile suit again, but it wasn't so bad. I assume am I invincible? I have no idea. Right now his guns can't hit me, and these things are just hitting my shield. Oh, my shield's been destroyed though. I'll just duck. No. I think I'm invincible. No, I'm not invincible. I'm just very strong.
Enemy base out of action.
Alright, true ending.
The battle's over, sir. However, one HLV managed to get away.
That's all right. Orbital fleet standing by should be able to shoot down one HLV without any problem. Besides, if Wombat's information is right, we successfully kept them from launching the one carrying the Astaroth samples.
Shoot it down in orbit? So we didn't have to do this pain-in-the-ass job after all, did we? This was it. Sweet. Hey, Liam, how about asking headquarters to get us excused from any mop-up operations that are underway?
Sounds good to me. Lieutenant, why don't you try asking Captain Stanley about that too while you're at it?
Now hang on, guys. What do you say, Lieutenant?
Are withdrawing
Sounds like a pretty good idea to me.
We will no doubt be feeling the effects of this war for decades to come. How the world will change from now on is something we won't entirely know for a long time, but I believe a day will come when all of mankind, Earthnoid and Spacenoid, will finally be able to live together in harmony. And as we dream of that day, let us say a prayer that the souls of all those who died in this war will find everlasting peace.
Alright, so we did the mission again, this time with superpowers. I guess I guess either ending was fine. I don't think it changes. Except for the line where they're like, oh, there's 2 HLVs.
Concurrently with the attack on Huonton Base, which was the final Australian counteroffensive, Zeon forces hidden in the continent's central frontier region escaped to Africa by way of Blum on the continent's west coast. The Federal forces sent troops to intercept the renegade group, but were unable to stop them.
The staircase of the moon that Zeon Captain Walter spoke of in his broadcast was a name coined centuries ago by area fishermen in reference to a specific natural phenomenon. It refers to how moonlight, reflected on the ocean, as seen from the shores of Blum, forms the natural image of a staircase. This was the code name adopted by the Zeon for the mission, and in fact, the exact location of their rendezvous point before their escape. With our forces concentrated in northern, southern, and eastern sections of the continent, our battle lines were stretched too thin and a gap formed in them. This made it quite easy for the Zeon forces to slip into the central area which we had occupied earlier. So while we were off waging combat along other fronts, we were completely taken in by Walter's brilliant maneuver. Unfortunately, the one HLV which was launched from Huonton avoided our orbital patrol fleet. Apparently, after being launched, it immediately re-entered the atmosphere before coming into firing range. It then landed in Africa, and I assume it carried supplies for the troops who escaped from Blum. In spite of the fact that they are our enemies, I can't help but admire their bravery. With the situation hopeless, the Zeon forces had to consider their dwindling options. Rather than return to their homes in space, they instead chose to remain on Earth and wait the day they can regroup and rise again. And I should also mention that the successful escape was due to the existence of the transport unit carrying the Astaroth, a major threat to the Federation. The units transporting the Astaroth acted on their own because they thought it was the only weapon needed to win the war. Their activities were seemingly unrelated to any of the other Zeon troops here on the continent. The surprise interference of some unexpected third party threw the Federal forces into chaos and provided a temporary distraction for the Zeon. However, let's take a moment to talk about a unit on our own side, which deserves special praise for its meritorious service. The HLV brought down by the White Dingos Special Forces unit was discovered to have contained all the remaining samples of Astaroth. Due to their actions, the entire Earth was saved from a terrible threat. Their performance on this and other missions has been nothing short of spectacular, and I request that their feats in battle be formally recognized. Additionally, I have just received notice that they're requesting extended R&R leave. Please look into expediting this as well. Their contribution to the Federation and its people was invaluable. Let's show our appreciation.
I'm eating crackers.
January UC 0080. An armistice was signed between the Earth Federation government and the Republic of Zeon. However, Zeon forces are still scattered across the Earth, posing a threat to world peace. The war on this level would continue for a long time to come.
Good crackers. Alright, so that's the second time we did credits. Let's see if those numbers changed. Okay, so now we have total control, 100%, and 90% on the public opinion. That's pretty good. Don't tell anybody that I cheated the second run. I mean, I earned it because I beat the game. The game was like, here's a whole bunch of armor and cool weapons. I'm like, I want to see the cool weapon.
Gundam Big Bang Project.
I want to see the Big Bang Project.
January Universal.
But that's that does it for this game. I would say those who are watching live, hang out because I don't know, I'll figure out something to do. More Gundam. And I'll boot up the PlayStation. But, for the VOD, that's going to be it for Gundam Side Story 0079. Really cool game. I would have liked more Gundam games in this style. Obviously, Gundam games kind of... You've got your strategy games, then you've got your Extreme Versus games, which are super arcadey, fast fighting. And then you've got like Dynasty Warriors Gundam, which is also just kind of fast arcadey fighting. So you have like games on both sides of the spectrum, super arcadey action and then military strategy. Boring. I didn't say that. Who said that? I like strategy games, but the time for me to play strategy games has passed. This was like right in the middle and I really liked it. And, you know, it's nice to see the Dreamcast. Hello, Dreamcast. We love you. We had Wendy Lee. She was there. Anyway, I'm going to go to intermission screen. I'm going to finish eating these crackers. I'm going to set up for the next thing. Y'all hang tight.